Stay calm like a swan, win without noise. Most people don't fail because life is unfair. They fail because they are easy to control. Push them once, they react. Disrespect them once, they explode. Stress them once, they collapse. And the moment you can be controlled emotionally, you are no longer in control of your life. That is the uncomfortable truth nobody tells you. Your emotions are not your strength. In most cases, they are your biggest weakness. Look around. Everyone is loud now. Not powerful, just loud. Talking more, proving more, reacting faster. As if noise can replace value. But noise never built success. It only exposes insecurity. Because real life is not won by who reacts fastest. It is won by who stays unchanged under pressure. Think about a swan. Calm on the surface. Almost untouchable. But what people don't see is the effort underneath. The constant adjustment. The silent movement forward. No panic. No noise. Just direction. That is not softness. That is control. And control is what most people lose the moment life gets uncomfortable. Say something harsh to them. They respond instantly, ignore them, they chase validation. Pressure them, they break focus just to feel in control again. And that reaction is exactly what keeps them stuck in the same place for years. Because here is the hard truth, every reaction is a leak of power. Every emotional response gives away your position. Every unnecessary explanation makes you smaller than you actually are, and the worst part? Most people don't even realize they are doing it. They think they are expressing themselves. In reality, they are exposing themselves. Winners understand something different. They are not emotionally available to every situation. They don't respond just because something triggered them. They respond when it benefits them. Not when their feelings demand it. That is a different level of discipline, and discipline is not motivation, it is restraint. It is silence when your ego wants to speak. It is patience when your anger wants control. It is focus when distractions are begging for your attention. That is why most people never rise. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they cannot sit still. Emotionally, they need closure. Immediately, they need revenge quickly. They need validation constantly. And that need destroys their long-term vision. High performers are not emotionally empty. They are emotionally controlled. They don't waste energy reacting to every opinion. They don't build their identity on how others see them. They don't enter every fight they are invited into because they understand something simple but dangerous. Every unnecessary reaction pulls you further away from your goal. There is a reason silence makes people uncomfortable. When you don't react, people start revealing themselves. The emotional ones get louder. The insecure ones get defensive. The manipulative ones get impatient. And suddenly, you can see everything clearly without saying a word. Silence is not weakness. Silence is information. Most people fail because they rush to prove themselves too early. They explain progress that doesn't exist yet. They perform instead of building. And in that performance, they lose the real game. Attention feels powerful, but it quietly destroys focus. You don't need to announce growth that isn't stable. You don't need to defend a position you haven't secured. And you don't need to react to opinions that were never meant to shape your life. Every unnecessary reaction pulls you off your path. And every time you lose direction, you extend your time in the same place. That is the cycle. And the only way out is emotional distance, not from people, but from reactions. Because the moment you stop reacting, you start observing. And when you start observing, you start understanding. And when you start understanding, you stop being controlled. That is where real power begins. You stop explaining. You stop proving. You stop reacting. And your life becomes quieter, but stronger. Not because nothing is happening, but because everything important is being built in silence. The truth most people refuse to accept is simple: success never arrives loudly. It comes quietly, after discipline nobody saw, effort nobody noticed, and control nobody respected. So don't do more. React less. Stay calm like a swan, still on the surface, unbreakable underneath. And when the results finally speak, you won't need a single word. They already understood.